a critiquer watching my VODs. What's up, Mabel? I know you're watching. How's it going? I met him once also at TriPoint. Also, a super cool person.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Super cool. So, yeah, let's get into this. I see Redacious is shielding and up tilting. And I think both those things lead to very, very a lot of damage if you hit them the wrong way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Absolutely. That's why Mabel very clearly trying to keep his distance, not trying to approach any situation where he thinks he's going to get comboed for a lot of damage. But that's why so far we started out very slow this set.
yeah, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of commentating a Steve set so far. So this is going to be definitely something very interesting.
Steve, in of itself, a super interesting character. Can play a lot of different ways. Surprisingly has pretty aggressive tools for being a character that likes to be on the defensive most of the time and take his time. So it's going to be interesting to see a character like Dr. Mario, sort of slower, sort of mind game heavy, to see how he approaches a character like this.
Agreed, for sure. This is something that I want to point out right now is, yeah, that was the anvil. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. It was literally, I was like, off stage, Doc, we always know, doesn't have the best recovery. But he cleans up with that forward air really, very clean from Mabel.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Yeah, right back to even here. That's going to be interesting because I remember seeing Mabel at TriPoint and knowing Dr. Mario just basically as a character, recovery usually isn't too high tier when it comes to a character like this. That's his general disadvantage, but he makes getting back to the stage seem a lot more doable than you would think for a character like this. So let's see how Redacious approaches that.
Absolutely. I think something that I want to point out as well is I think Mabel's playing very patient right now. You can see, like, Redacious is kind of not building, and Mabel's kind of just throwing pills. I'm wondering if this is kind of a play to play a little bit slower and then get the big damage just like that down throw up B right there.
Yeah, it certainly could be. It seems like it so far, at least.
That's greedy. This might be a stock.
Yeah, did absolutely go for a move there. He might not have needed to. He is going to run into the grab of Redacious.
Another one.
Yeah, still isn't able to make it back to neutral.
And that clanks. Okay, so maybe it's not as big of a deal as I was wondering, but yeah, that anvil can... Okay, you know what? Maybe he's fine. Down tilt clanks? Yeah, okay. I think he's fine.
Yeah, so far a lot of trades here that have led to no damage, and Mabel just trying to find a consistent way to be able to stay close to Redacious without eating a whole lot of damage.
Oh, almost missing the back air. Yeah, that up tilt back is a super good kill combo. Yeah, see, they're kind of just playing footsies around here. Like, both of them are not very fast, right?
Yeah.
But they can hit really hard.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Just like that, we saw a forward smash right there, and that is going to take another the second to last stock for Mabel.
Yeah, I feel like the only time we see blocks is actually when Redacious takes the stock. Yeah, I don't really know what's up with that. I would think blocks would be a more important part of neutral, but it seems like Redacious kind of just wants to fight on his own.
Yeah, he's sort of going toe-to-toe with Doc here with the lack of blocks, like you said, and I think Mabel kind of wants that. So it's going to be interesting if game 2, especially if Redacious loses, if he's going to play a bit more patient, a little more defensive.
Oh, this could be a stock. Every time Doc's off stage, I got to point it out. Nah, safe and sound.
Yeah, and just like that, actually a stock reverse sense. Redacious losing game 1 there after a very quick roll on stage, and then back air there from Mabel taking game 1.
Yeah, I think that was, you know, I feel like Doc can kind of feint out Doc can kind of feint out Steve in the way that his moves are so quick and his jump height is so low that he can kind of play the Sephiroth and kind of hop around, and then just like that, he can hit you with an aerial.
Yeah, absolutely, which is why, like, from Redacious's perspective, I'm surprised he didn't really implement, like, a slower game plan. He was sort of a bit more, I think, overly aggressive than he needed to be with Mabel in a lot of interactions there. Obviously, when Dr. Mario is off stage, pull out all the stops. This is a character when you're facing against them, I feel like a lot of the time you can be as aggressive as you want, because those are the moments where you think, this is where I can take my stock. Other situations, like on stage, I think we're going to see a slower Redacious here.
Again, we're not really seeing much blocks, and I'm wondering the reason for it. Like, I know Doc probably can maybe break them really easily with, like, Pill or something, but, I mean, Redacious is kind of just playing like kind of like a sword character. Like, I want to stuff Steve, or I want to stuff Doc out.
I feel like when he actually decides to go for blocks and he decides to set up that house that Steve likes to live in, I feel like Redacious likes this game plan of, like, not immediately being safe. He likes to get that very quick damage. He likes those up tilts. He likes to try to that general pressure. And then when their opponent feels like they need to retaliate, that's when he starts to go on his back foot. That's when he starts to get defensive. Because there he feels like, I think, when he plays that game plan, that's when he can afford to be, like, a bit more defensive and use aggression to his favor.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that, because I mean, Steve does have the range, right? With the forward air, back air, like the pickaxe, the sword.
Absolutely.
But Mabel is just going to go in anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Either way, this is even like with Redacious being down a stock. I feel like Mabel is being so aggressive. Redacious has just not been ready for it so far.
Agreed.
Gonna set up here. Needs to take a stock here from Mabel. He cannot let him get set back to neutral, but that is exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, that up B, you can up B through the landing hitbox and the after the falling hitbox before the landing hitbox. But yeah, this would be an up throw. That should be the stock. Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool.
Again, I feel like whenever Steve is on the same stock as you, he can just kill you out of nowhere. Like this could be a combo starter, and this could be a stock. Oh, I like that.
Okay, so try to get really aggressive with it. Chase Dr. Mario off stage completely after that combo starter, but Mabel actually read that beautifully and was able to get back to stage.
He did the up smash on the block to try and get some landing hitbox going. It was kind of like some jank. Oh, yep, Steve block shenanigans. Nothing new here. Going for the ledge trump, but doesn't find it. Yeah, there we go. Pill in the back air. Very clean from Mabel. They're playing this pretty smoothly. I mean, they still got a lead, but I feel like Redacious can just steal this at any moment the way he's been playing today so far.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how patient he plays it, knowing that he has two stocks, knowing that they have two stocks to actually mess around with. But it doesn't seem like they are playing too safe here. They want to acquire as much damage as possible, which I think is the play. Try to go under the wooden block there.
Yeah.
Try to catch Mabel off guard. Didn't end up working exactly as he planned.
Oh, barely alive.
Barely, isn't it?
Even with the diamond tool, we have another diamond on lock. This is going to be a very exciting last stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the wonderful fortress we love to see every time
yeah,
Redacious takes the stock.
Plenty of blocks there. We were missing them for a while, but yeah, it feels like Redacious is started.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to say, it seemed like Redacious had the very beginnings of a game plan there. Aggressive when he needs to be, but patient when he doesn't need to be. But Mabel, on the other hand, it felt like whether or not...
I love this guy, dude. This guy's awesome.
I feel Mabel, he had like... I feel like whether or not Redacious wanted to play offensive or defensive, he had an answer